This visualization maps out individual net worth. Down here is the wealth of standard billionaires, and way up here is the threshold crossed in mid-2026, when Elon Musk became the first individual in history to reach a net worth of $1 trillion. At the exact same time, he stepped into formal political power. Following the 2024 election, Musk took on the role of senior advisor to the president and began running the Department of Government Efficiency. Reaching this specific apex, a 12-figure net worth paired with direct executive branch authority, requires a different calculus than simply building a popular consumer product or software application. The mechanism at work here is a series of compounding wagers. You take the financial payout from conquering one industry, and you immediately risk 100% of it on disrupting a vastly more entrenched, capital-intensive system. By repeating that exact sequence over 3 decades, a software coder mathematically scaled his financial leverage until he was operating with the infrastructural footprint of a parallel geopolitical state. The pattern began in the 1990s internet boom. Musk emigrated from South Africa to North America, eventually dropping out of a graduate program to code a web mapping service called Zip2. By 1999, Compaq bought the company, yielding him a $22 million cash payout. He immediately poured that capital into co-founding X.com, one of the earliest federally insured online banks, which soon merged to become the payment processor PayPal. Looking at this financial timeline, we can track the compounding returns. He goes from selling a video game code for $500 as a kid, to that $22 million Zip2 exit, to 2002 when eBay acquired PayPal. Musk walked away with $175 million. At this point, the standard Silicon Valley playbook involves diversifying assets or starting a venture firm. Musk instead liquidated his position to fund a leap into high-barrier physical engineering. He took the $175 million and split it across legacy manufacturing sectors. He founded SpaceX in 2002 to build affordable rockets, and in 2004 became the majority shareholder and chairman of an electric car startup called Tesla. By late 2008, after multiple failed rocket launches and severe cash burn at Tesla, both companies faced total bankruptcy. Down to his last funds, SpaceX finally achieved orbit with the Falcon 9 rocket. That success secured a $1.6 billion NASA contract, saving the aerospace company and buying enough time to keep Tesla alive. With capital secured, Tesla expanded from selling niche sports cars into mass manufacturing, rolling out models like the 3 and Y. To scale, they built a global network of massive production facilities known as gigafactories, turning Tesla into the world's most valuable automaker. On the aerospace side, the gamble yielded genuine engineering breakthroughs. SpaceX figured out how to land and reuse the first stages of orbital rockets. This reduction in launch costs allowed them to begin deploying Starlink, a massive constellation of low Earth orbit satellites providing global internet access. Conquering these rigid constraints of physics and manufacturing multiplied his initial millions into hundreds of billions, solidifying an empire built on heavy physical infrastructure. Leveraging the equity from those physical networks, he made another aggressive pivot in 2022. He purchased the social networking service Twitter for $44 billion. The acquisition triggered immediate polarization. He rebranded the platform to X, reduced content moderation protocols, and released internal communications detailing the company's past moderation choices, leading to sharp public backlash. Simultaneously, his control over Starlink inserted him directly into international conflict. During the Russian invasion of Ukraine, Musk provided Starlink terminals to the region, making his private company a crucial communications backbone for a foreign military defense. That leverage soon translated to domestic politics. He became the single largest financial donor in the 2024 U.S. presidential election, backing Donald Trump and securing his eventual appointment to lead a government efficiency department. The focus of wagers shifted. Instead of trying to optimize battery chemistry or rocket trajectories, the capital was now being deployed to influence human information networks and federal government structures. This map visualizes his control today. Gigafactories drive global EV battery production, alongside facilities monopolizing reusable heavy-lift orbital access. Pulling outward into orbit, this chart breaks down all active satellites. Starlink comprises 65%, leaving 35% to the combined efforts of every other nation. That physical dominance of the skies and the roads is coupled with ownership of a major global communication hub, and a pending $1 trillion compensation package from Tesla. The 12-figure wealth was achieved by sequentially identifying the foundational infrastructures of the 21st century: digital payments, energy, spaceflight, and global communications, and engineering monopolies around them. The primary challenge moving forward is no longer whether traditional markets can compete with these companies. The question is how existing global systems will negotiate with a single individual operating with the sovereign infrastructural power of a nation-state.